Welcome everyone to another episode of Rooftop Perspectives. Today is another beautiful day. Even if it was raining and pouring down rain, and trust me, I have enough sunlight on me each day as of recent to last me a little bit of time. So that's what it's all about. Being consistent, coming out here in the sun, doing what you do every single day, working on your legacy, and just enjoying the journey. And that's what it's all about. I really enjoy my life and what I'm doing right now. I'm enjoying the energy that's around me. I'm enjoying the fact that there's certain energies that are not around me, and I'm free. And the love is flowing. And I want to thank you all who are connected to me in various ways, whether you live on a different continent, you communicate with me online, or you live here face to face and encourage me. And I'm noticing that locally, and it's not about being known. It's just when people reach out to you face to face, you might jump on a van and the driver's like, hey man, I love your videos. Or you might walk into a market and somebody taps you on the shoulder, video, I love your videos. Wow, that's amazing. Love, that's the word, love. Now, it may not be where I love you so much I'm going to give you every last dollar I have. It's not about that. It's not the superficial thing of what I can get out of a person. It's just the appreciation. And we need to be appreciated even more so in this hectic time that we're living in, because a lot of us are walking around feeling like we don't matter, like we're not appreciated, like we're not valued. And a lot of us depend on the external flow to give us that feeling. We've got to learn how to give ourselves that feeling of being valued, because in this world today, the love is so dried up that it's like trying to go to the top of a mountain. I mean, a real tall mountain, like Mount Everest or Kilimanjaro or something like that, and trying to breathe. And you're not trained for that, or you don't have the apparatus to breathe if you're not able to breathe above a certain altitude. And it's less, much less. And like the song years ago, where is the love, where is the love? Well, that song was about a relationship, and they were singing to each other about where is the love that we used to have, basically. Well, I'm asking, where is the love that we used to have in the atmosphere around us, in the world around us, in our communities, in our homes? It's like it's been sucked out. It's like if it was oxygen, you're going to feel like you have to pull in more or work harder to receive the same amount of love that you used to receive that flowed in abundance. What happened? Are we so materialistic? Do we value the physical things more? Do we value the status in this engineered world? Do we value things that are not going to keep the love flowing, that soak it up and get rid of it and just burn it up? Because I'm feeling it, but I have enough of it where I'm okay. It's almost like when they say that when you have, that everybody should have at least a year's worth of their money to live on as an emergency. But the way it's going now, it's like we're only living day to day. We only have enough love that can get us into the next day. And even then, most of us are deficient in that. You see what I mean? So how do we bring this back? How do we bring back the love? We got to let something go to get that back. We can't have everything on this earth and not expect that something's going to suffer in our own personal lives. We've been lured away from what the goal is. Because out here, and I know there are places out in America I can say the same thing, but it seems like it's far and few between there. But out here, when I go into the various villages and I see the people that may not have as much, right? It may not be as advanced as it is here in the city of Accra. But when we say advanced, is it really advanced? When we say we have an advanced society and we have all of the amenities, the modern amenities, and we can go into a supermarket and pull out anything we want. We can hop in our car. We can go to a fast food joint. We can get anything we want. We can buy clothes, do this. There's a medicine for anything quick. Even though it's toxic, we say that's advanced. But at what's the price for having this advancement? What's the price? So we have all of these things, but we lost ourselves. And I see so many people who are losing themselves. We're putting guns to our head, full of bullets, and pulling the trigger. We're jumping off of roofs. You know, we're poisoning ourselves with drugs, trying to escape the fact that there's no love. Why would you want to poison yourself with substances to escape? Would you want to escape a reality that's so good for you? Evidently, your reality that you're living is not good for you. That's why you're seeking to escape it by getting high and taking your mind somewhere else. I don't want to get high like that. I want to be able to enjoy what I'm seeing in front of me. I want to see the sunlight. I want to see the people. I want to see the terrain and the beautiful trees and everything around. I want to vibrate with this earth. I want to vibrate with this life. I don't want to be cut off from it. But we've cut ourselves off from it because we put too much value on other things that are not going to let the love flow. Because now we have more things and we worked hard to get more things. Now we're paranoid that somebody's going to take it from us. But when we leave this earth and when we transition, are you going to bring it with you? Or are you going to hold that feeling of love in your heart? What happens when you get to a point when you get older or you have a near-death experience and you realize that, wow, I'm sitting in my hospital bed or whatever, let's just make this up, and nobody came to visit me. But they all came around because the ones who did come around wanted to be cool with me because of the stuff that I have. So what's really important? I can give all of this up just to feel that love feeling in the community again. I mean, a worldwide community. We're about to go to war possibly, but there's always a war on the planet. Where is the love, right? But I mean, we all want the same things, don't we? Don't we want good schools for our children? Don't we want good housing for ourselves? Don't we want to have or generate what we need to generate to sustain ourselves? See, I didn't say money, right? In a perfect world, it's not about money. It's about bartering and sharing. But I mean, don't we want these things? Good health care? It's going to be holistic, ultimately, when we prevent things from happening, but we want good health care, good schooling, good housing, good relationships, security that comes from trust and doing the right thing. You would need police if we all did the right thing. Could you imagine that? But they say, oh, we need to hire more police, more police. No, that's not the problem. That's like putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. Where is the love? I feel it because I feel it, but I'm not deficient in it like maybe some other people, because I'm connected to individuals who let it flow with me. But I can look out the window like on a cold winter day and my house is warm and well heated, but I can look outside and see that person who's homeless, who's shivering in the cold. And although I'm warm, I'm like, whoa, it's cold out there. So of course you do what you do to help the person to get to a place where they can be warm. You tell them where to go, you give them a little money to say, hey, whatever, or you help fix the problem. If they need some employment, you know somebody who's hiring, connect them up, give them some clothes, do something for them, right? That's love. And it comes back because that person now is going to be a functional member of society, progressive, and because your candle lit their candle and you didn't lose anything, you showed love and you brought them back to life. Love is life and life is love. But me now, the way I feel, I'm in my warm home, but I'm looking out to the world where in my home there is love, where in my inner circle there is love. But when I look out into the world, I see less of it, and I see people suffering because of it. They're killing themselves. They're hurting other people. They're not living a full vibrational life. They think it's just punching the clock and doing this, and they may have achieved things in this world, but they don't feel it. They don't feel valued. They don't feel appreciated. They don't feel like they're a part of something. Love is the glue, y'all. And I'm not just talking about the romantic or sexual or whatever. No, I'm talking about from the heart. Because like Brother Michael Hamer always says, it's all about the heart. You got to know how the brain works, but it's that heart vibration. Our hearts have been disconnected from each other. We see people in accidents on the street, and this is an example. We see people in accidents on the street and we just look at them. They could be bleeding, they could be in a fight and stabbed up and laying down there hurting, looking for help, and what do? We pull out our phones and videotape it. But when you have a loved one who is in your home, who is maybe a family member or somebody you care for very much, and say you're home and something happens to them, not on a life-threatening level, but they bust their leg on the coffee table real hard, and they grab their leg and they're in pain. And what do? Because you're connected to them from the heart. You grab your leg and, ooh, you okay? You okay? Because you're connected to them. We used to have that in our communities. We used to have that in our society. And as black people, especially those in America, when we went through slavery, we felt it for each other. We didn't just say, oh yeah, well they just died, they got hung. No, we felt that to our heart. We had haters back then. We had people who sold out for profit. But we had more love, and that's a damn shame that I can say this. And I challenge anybody to say that I'm not right. We had more love for each other in slavery than we do with this so-called freedom, which is not really freedom. We had more love and more feeling for each other, protecting each other, caring for each other. We don't have any of that now. If you were to exhume the body and put life back in those who transitioned and bring them back to this day, they'd probably tell you, even though it was slavery and the things that went on, and I'm not saying slavery is good, I'm not even going to say that. But if you can extract that connectedness that we had more, and they will tell you, yo, we went through hangings and killings and rapes and all kind of travesties, and them feeding our babies to alligators and cutting babies out of our women's stomach before they're born. But we had love for each other more than this stuff that's going on now. I'm going down on a limb and say that. Maybe you don't understand me. And there's going to be somebody who is going to get in the comment section. No, I'm not saying that was a better time than now as far as certain things, but we had more connectedness back in that time. Now we have families who hate each other, don't talk to each other, want to set somebody up to kill the next one just because they don't deal with their own issues. Because maybe they didn't have a flowing of love when they were younger, so they're going to make the world pay for it. What kind of mess is that? Is this truly a way of righteous revolution to bring our community back by following the ways of the oppressor? So many of us feel so, not because they say it, but when you look at their actions are off. They're mentally sick, mental illness. One of the first things to healing up a person who is mentally ill is make them feel love, sincere love. Make them feel like they belong. Bring them in. Come on, let's get something to eat. I made something for you. And later on, after we finish eating, we're going to take a little walk. I want to get a gift for you. And when you have nothing to do, bring them around. Say, hey, I don't have much to do today. What are you doing? I'm not doing anything. Hey, let's just take a walk. Let's go to the park. Let's throw a ball around. That downtime. But this society drains you and makes you feel as though you have to qualify and you have to do this and do that and get this status. And you're running a treadmill and your heart is just draining of the love because there's no connection. We're running to these artificial standards that are still going to be here after we're gone. I don't understand it. And that's why for me, I'm slowing down purposely and enjoying life every single day. So if I'm out here right now, you must know, and I have to check the time, you must know that this is proof. I come out here and I have something to share every day out of love. There's different moods when I come out here and talk, of course. I'm not going to be in the same mindset every single day because there's different things I'm thinking about. There's different things that I want to righteously achieve. Not achieve just to say, ha-ha, I got more money. Ha-ha, I got a bigger house than you. Ha-ha, whatever. And I'm not mad at anybody who does. Whether they have more or less, if you treat me fairly and you treat me with respect, we'll have no problem. If you disrespect me or anyone around me in my circle, we can't deal. Because you can't love me and disrespect me at the same time. You can't even like me and disrespect me at the same time. If there's no outpouring of love for you because of your ego or your butt hurt that you can't be me or you can't compete with me, I'm not even trying to be this person. I'm just me. This is my flow. This is what I do. Find your flow. But you can't find it because possibly you don't have enough love in your heart and you don't have a support system of love. I'm inspired to do these every day because when I do these every day, I get feedback. I'm valued. I'm loved. Disagreements come and you can still love me. But I'm in my flow. I'm in my lane. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And I feel that deep in my heart. That's why it's so easy for me to come out here unscripted and feel from within my heart what to say. Because I was setting this camera up, I did not know what I was going to say. It comes to me most of the time, 85% of the time, it comes to me when I get up here. And I can sit out here and talk for 6 hours. This is not going to be a long one because I'm in my flow. When you look at highlight reels of Muhammad Ali when he was fighting, especially in the 60s, when he was so light on his feet and the balance was perfect and he'd throw a punch and the guy's head would be over here, but he threw the punch to where it's gonna go and land right there. When you look at a football game and you see a quarterback throw the ball, he's not throwing the ball to where that player he intends to throw the ball to is. He's throwing it to where he's going to be. So there has to be a connectedness. And that may not be a love thing, but it's definitely a connectedness thing when you work together as a team. So it is a form of love. You're working together for the greater good. How many of us are working together for the greater good in our community, or working together for the greater good of just ourselves? We don't care about other people as long as we get ours. What happened to the trust system? There are markets out here that you have a little stall full of products, and if the person who's the shopkeeper or that little stall owner walks away to use the restroom or walks away to go to another part of town, there's a little rock right there. I'm not saying in Accra. I've seen that. I've seen it a couple times here, but some of the outer villages that I wouldn't be able to name because I don't remember the names. The longer I live here, I'm going to be able to tell you more of that. But when they look at it and they see the prices listed on the item that they want, they'll take the item. And whatever it is, they'll put that money under that stone. Pretty heavy stone, because we don't want the money to run away. You'll have other shop owners who will look over that person's shop and make sure, or just help them with something that they don't know. They'll go to the next stall and say, could you help me with this? And there's money, lots of money under that stone, but nobody walks up and says, well, I need money. Let me go rob it from them and take it. And I'm quite sure maybe there's a person who did that or tried that, because you're not going to get away with that out here. So what happened to the trust system where we look out for each other? We see a person who has a flat tire, and we know they have to get up to go to work early in the morning, and we're up. Well, if you know they're going to discover this at the very moment when they go outside to go, and it's going to take time from their commute to change their tire, ring their bell and let them know, listen, you got a flat tire here, and I know you'll be leaving soon, so I don't want you to be late to go to work. I'm just telling you this so that you can prepare accordingly. And they say, thank you so much. The trust system, love, community, connectedness, looking out for each other, wanting for others what you want and desire for yourself. I'm going to run inside right now. This is just a quick one. I've been doing a lot of quick ones. I want to get down and do a long 2-hour rooftop and just flow and just take my brains all over the place. We're going to do a live show today. I put up some recordings last night. I have more recordings to put up tonight. And I'm just on that flow. And I'm just so glad, because when you cleanse yourself and you clean yourself and you're tuned up and you don't have bad energy around you, the sky is the limit. So clean house, clean your heart, heal up, move on. This is 2022. Some say March, some say January, but every day is the first day of the rest of your life. That can't be denied. And like I always say, salute to my brothers. Mwah. Much love to my sisters. I hope these words inspired you or took you to a different place to see things a different way. What I said today is nothing that you don't already know, but sometimes we need a reminder, and I need a reminder. There are comments that you leave that let me, whoa, it's like, wow, I knew this, but as it's told to me, it's reminded me and it keeps me on track. And that's what we have to do. We have to be each other's keeper, or brother or sister's keeper, keep ourselves on track, and make sure that we all know that we're valued and we're loved and we're appreciated. And that's what life is all about. Much love to you all. LanceScurv out. Mwah. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.